Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about the mistakes people make that's hindering them from getting a Scrum Master role. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That way the YouTube algorithm pushes my video out to more people. So I'm going to jump right into it. The first mistake I see people make is that they do not have enough years of experience. Now you may ask, do I claim years of experience or do I automatically add 3 more years of experience to what I already have? No. The advice I will give you is also in this video that I've attached here. In order to come up with years of experience, you have to dig deep into the roles you've performed in the past to identify any transferable skills that you can highlight on your resume for a Scrum Master. So you need to dig deep into it. Having 3 years of experience in most cases does not really cut it, except the job, descriptions say so. And to be honest, I always say this in all my videos, many companies are not looking for junior Scrum Masters. They want someone that already has the skill to be able to coach their teams and their organization on the Scrum framework. Most of them don't even have a full understanding of the Scrum framework, so they're not looking to train anybody. They want someone to actually train them. The second mistake that I see that's hindering a lot of people from getting that Scrum Master role is lack of an additional skill. When I review resumes, I see that many people are purely Scrum Masters, like that's all you'll find on their resume. And to be honest, in the real world, even when you get that job, you might not be just a Scrum Master. You might be given some additional roles, which may include some simple budgeting. You might have to send status updates. You might have to do some kind of enterprise prioritization and some additional roles here and there. It might not be major, but some additional things to being a Scrum Master. And those additional things, they're highly related to being a project manager. So in order for you to show that you have the skills for real world experience is to have an additional role, and that additional role that I see is actually project management. And this is very easy to get because you can dig deeper into some of your previous roles, and you should be able to identify some project manager roles. Some of us were supervisors in our previous role. Even as associates, there's some things that you took ownership of. You can highlight that in your resume to show that additional skill, which is really required in any real life situation. The honest truth is that most companies are not fully agile. Yes, they always say they're agile, they want to be agile, but most companies are not yet there. So they're looking for someone that can, inculcate the hybrid methodology. That is the combination of the waterfall approach and the Scrum framework. So on your resume, you need to highlight that you have both skills and that you can move the company from their current state to that full agile company that they aspire to be. The third mistake that I see is many people are not focused. They're pursuing different certifications at the same time. This can be quite confusing, stressful, and it is really a slow approach to transition into a new role. Now, if you're trying to become a Scrum Master, one certificate or one other additional skill I would say you should try to learn, like I mentioned earlier, is project management. So you can have the CSM certificate and one of the project management certificates. It might be PMP, it might be the Google Project Management Certificate. It might even be a course just on LinkedIn, something to show that you have that knowledge, and put that in addition to your CSM certificate and highlight that on your resume and be focused. When I mean focused, you're applying 10 jobs a day, you're connecting with people already in that role, you're using the resume of someone in that role. I also have a video that highlights how to become a Scrum Master as soon as possible. I advise that you watch it because I shared a lot of tips in it, and you're focused on it. If it's DevOps you want to do, you're taking all the DevOps certification, you're not mixing it with unrelated certificates. This can be quite confusing. So you have to stay focused for at least 3 to 6 months doing all these things that I've mentioned. And if you see that, okay, maybe this is not really working, then you can step back and then re-strategize. But chasing multiple things will not lead you there faster. So when you have the CSM and then you have the project manager, now you have 2 skills that you can highlight on your resume, and it opens you up to even more opportunities, because now you can apply to Scrum Master roles as well as project manager roles, and project manager roles are endless. And also, if you notice something, nowadays, even in the project manager roles, by the time you review the job description, you will see that the job description includes like Scrum Master activities. So nowadays, companies are now combining both roles together. So you need to be applying to both roles, and you need to highlight that you have, those skills to perform well, both as a Scrum Master and as a project manager as well. So that's why I advise that you get the project manager certificate or project manager knowledge in addition to your Scrum Master knowledge. One other thing that I see that is hindering people from getting that Scrum Master job is that they want to work just remotely. Towards the end of 2022 till date, companies are now requiring that their staff, come to work a few times a week, and this goes for both full-time and contract roles. And I know people are scared because they're like, oh, I'm new, how will I carry out the ceremonies in person? I won't tell you that it's not that scary. Jira has proven to be a very valuable tool, so most companies still use it. Like, they do the sprint planning, their daily scrum, even though everybody's gathered together in a room or conference room or something like that. So don't be scared. For your retros, you can draw it on the board. I think what I'm trying to say is that it's not that scary, and this might be one thing that might be hindering you. So you need to start, opening up yourself and opening up your mind to the fact that you might have to go to the office a few times a week. The last mistake that I see people make is that they give up too soon. Now I know that it's really, really hard when you're applying. The whole job process, it's very frustrating. I've been through it, so I know what I'm talking about. It's very frustrating, but I want you to know that there are many people out in the market now, looking for these roles, especially because you don't need any coding skills, and has a good pay, and you get to work with different aspects of the IT industry, and it just introduces you to more opportunities in the IT industry. So people want to actually work in that kind of role. But your people skills will make you stand out, and you also need to persevere. The journey might take longer than usual, but please do not give up. Continue applying, continue connecting to people, and apply all the tips that I have mentioned above. I've seen people's lives and people's journeys change because they have applied these tips. It has helped a lot of people. And if you're also looking for an interview preparation session, I'm doing that. This is my giveaway that I've had for the entire year, and I'm still doing it. I will attach my calendar to this post. Set up some time with me. Let us discuss and let us prepare so that you get that Scrum Master role as soon as possible.